This is Block 9, the liberal establishment. Section 5, the Cold War outside of Vietnam, with the section the Six-Day War. In June of 1967, violence flares again in the Middle East. Syria, Jordan, and Egypt were gathering their forces and were planning on attacking and invading Israel to destroy the Jewish state, as they had tried to do in 1948 and had tried to do in 1956. And instead of waiting to be attacked, the Israelis struck first. They launched a preemptive attack before the Arab countries could invade Israel. They launched a preemptive strike, destroying the Arab air forces on the ground, and then proceeded to go to war against all three countries, Syria, Jordan, and Egypt. In 6 days, the Israelis completely destroyed the air forces and the armies of their Arab neighbors. They had been seriously, seriously damaged. That against Egypt, this territory here had been Egyptian. It was taken over by the Israelis. This little heights up here, their hilly, mountainous territory called the Golan Heights, were taken from Syria, and the road was open to the Syrian capital of Damascus. And here in what's known as the West Bank, and in Jerusalem, the Israelis took the West Bank and Jerusalem from Jordan. It's an interesting victory that, well, I mean, there's a lot of things going on here. First of all, Israel proves that it's not a country that can so easily be messed with, that the Israeli army and Israeli Air Force are serious, serious players. It puts Jerusalem, and here's the Western Wall, it puts Jerusalem under Jewish control for the first time since the Roman Empire, which is a huge morale thing in the state of Israel. It draws the Arab countries closer to the Soviet Union, that once the Arab countries' armies had been destroyed, they turned to the Soviet Union to help them rebuild those countries. The Israelis take over lots of territory where there are very few Jews that live there, and they become they govern many Palestinian, many Arabs who are going to become the Palestinian people. That a Palestinian nationalism is going to start to grow after 1967 in these areas, especially the West Bank and Gaza, that were taken over by the Israelis. The Americans supported the Israelis as, the Middle Eastern's only democracy, but the Israeli victory in the Six-Day War, as impressive as it was and as important as it was, is going to sow the seeds for yet another conflict only 6 years in the future. And it makes the Middle East even more of a Cold War battleground, that now it's very clear that the United States is directly backing the Israelis, and the Soviet Union is directly backing the Arab countries who are determined to wipe Israel off the map once and for all.